The IIP, together with other partners, especially the Kadir University, represented by Dimitrios Triantafylou, and Ukraine Analytica with Hanna Shelest, together we organized this series of discussions called Odesa Talks. It was 5 talks which were held in a weekly basis on many different topics, but all of course concerning the war in Ukraine, because now it already marks 6 months since the war started. Maybe you can tell us a little bit why we chose Odesa Talks, why it is important for us as a Viennese institute also to talk about issues in Eastern Europe in Odessa.
Well, I think we have also our personal experience, and I visited Odessa very often and was reading a lot of books about Odessa. And Odessa is in some way a symbol for a multicultural city, a city with many influences, people coming, going, trading, many languages, but of course also many disasters, human disasters. Think about the killings, especially of Jews in the streets of Odessa. But on the other hand, and you know perfectly well, together we organized seminars in Odessa for young people from the region in order to prepare themselves for the future, peaceful future. At that time, we didn't think about a war, but as the war is now still ongoing, and as Odessa plays an important role concerning trade, especially trade of grains and exports from Ukraine, it is good that we decided to call our talks Odessa Talks.
Very unfortunately, of course, we weren't able, as you already mentioned, due to the war, to hold those meetings personally. So we had to do it online. But we talked about also, for example, one talk was about civil society in conflict zones, for example. The other one was on the European neighborhood, so including also the role of Turkey. We also talked about understanding the whole regional context. That, of course, includes also the Caucasus, Georgia, Moldova, and other countries. And in general, the European security architecture and Russia. What would you say, like what was the main outcome of these talks, and why is it important that we keep looking at what is going on in this region?
Well, of course it's a war started by Russia against Ukraine, but it's not only about soldiers fighting each other. It's, as we discussed, the role of the civil society, because many people are affected by this war. They are not participating directly, but their houses are destroyed, and their relatives have been killed. And of course, the result is not only for Ukraine, it's for the whole region, with much more dangers for the future of the region. The region could be a region of wealth, of bringing energy to the world, and not of disasters. And Turkey plays an important role. We see it now again when Turkey mediated a compromise between Russia and Ukraine concerning the grain exports. So our look is not only to the war as such, but to the effect of the war for the region, but also for the world, because hunger in the world is partly also a result of the disastrous war and the disasters for the agricultural system in Ukraine.
Thank you, Hannes. And for us and all our viewers, we can tell you that we recorded all those interviews. We will release them in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks on our website, on our social media channels. So please, if you're interested in those topics, take a look. And thanks again to all our partners.